Ready for some more? Hey, I'm what's known as a clean comic. Yeah, that's right. That means I can clean the floors and do people's laundry. Quite good, actually. Would you like me to do yours? Hey, what am I wearing? A Vans sweatshirt? That must mean I'm a van. That means I can drive people around like an Uber driver. Would you like me to take you somewhere? That means I can deliver packages. But listen, I'm not a kidnapper. Anyways, hey, guess what? Recently, Disney now is doing real life movies of all their animation features. Yeah, you heard about this? Really, you guys, they just done one recently on Lion King. Yeah, you seen it? Now, I don't know if you really call this real life if the lion you see looks real, but he's going around saying Hakuna Matata in English. Or how the hedgehog and his buddies are going around singing Phil Collins songs. I really don't know if that qualifies as real life. It's more like a Roger Rabbit movie feature. Anyway, hey, talking about movies, there's a new one out at theaters now, everybody. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Yeah, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, I hear. Have you really, though, ever stopped to think about it? Like, what he had, did that really qualify as a neighborhood? I mean, can you call a few large plastic trees and a few hand puppets going around doing the hokey pokey as a real life neighborhood? It's like I want to stop, drop, and roll for a minute, grab Mr. Rogers, get him on an Amtrak train with me, take a ride back east, arriving in Brooklyn, and let him come out and hear all the pop, pop, pops and the bang, bang, bangs, and hear the sirens go aloud. Because I think that qualifies more like a real life neighborhood. But if he's more comfortable on our way back, I could find the nearest daycare, drop him off there. He could play with all the plastic castles. He probably feels more comfortable at home there anyways. Hey, you guys, I don't know about you, but have you been one of those people that have been invited to a PTA meeting or a party, and you're there at the party and someone comes up to you and they're asking you, hey sir, where's your name tag at? And you're thinking to yourself, man, this is still the land of the home free and the brave, man. I don't have to give you my name. And what about the right to privacy? Man, all my personal information is out there on Google and Facebook. I mean, I want a little bit of privacy to remain to me, like my name. And then you're thinking, hey, what about the time you're at the grocery store and you're going around, shopping around with that cart of yours, and you come across the crates with the avocados and the bananas that you see, and they all wearing a name tag, and they're all wearing them, and it's all the same name, Dole or Picante. I mean, you're thinking you're just special the way you are. There should only be one person with your name. You don't want anybody to get carried away with that and clone you, in fact. And you're thinking, well, what about if you're allergic to bananas, or you don't like avocados, and you're there at that party and someone sees your name and they had a bad experience with a guy like you? Like, how would you ever get the opportunity to introduce yourself the old-fashioned way, shaking somebody's hand, they get to know them, in fact, and find a job if you're in search of one? And what about if he's doing the hiring? How would you ever know? Because he's thinking you're Pepe Le Pew, and he's got to stay far away from you. That wouldn't work. You would look more like a banana anyways. And then when you did that impersonation, when you made your mouth that way, did you look more like a goldfish in a giant life-size aquarium? All right, back to Earth for a moment. Let's stay on that subject of PTA meetings. I recently decided what my American dream's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be to be a PTA meeting crasher. Yeah, I got the idea while watching Wedding Crashers. Yeah, the movie. Now listen, I'm nobody's stranger danger, but it's how Jack Black got the princess in School of Rock. This is how it would go. So I would get a telephone book, look at some of the elementary schools in my area, I would give them a call. The secretary don't know who I am. She's thinking I'm just a concerned parent of some sort. And so she goes ahead and gives me the information when the PTA meetings are, and then I would go and arrive at the PTA meeting, I'm looking for the nearest snack and food table. I go over there, of course. I'm getting punch, crackers, cheese. I'm getting carried away now. And I get then the attention of the vice principal. Caught her eye. She heads my way with a clipboard. She says, "Hey, I never seen you here before, sir. Who happens to be your child?" And you say, "Oh, Arnie, that's my boy. He's out there playing with his friends." She goes ahead and looks on that clipboard of hers. She says, "Well, I can't find his name anywhere. Are you sure that's your child's name?" You say, "Oh, no, I made a mistake. That's Arlene. She's out there. She's a good girl. She's playing with all her friends. She's a doll." And she goes ahead and looks at that clipboard once again. She has in her hands. And you know what? She can't find her name. So she says, "Hey, is your child suffering from any gender identification issue I need to be aware of?" And you respond saying, "Well, no, not that I know of." She yells security and boom, security guard grabs you. He's dragging you away. And you're responding, "Hey, can't take home some of that mother's homemade raspberry jam? It was delicious, quite yummy, in fact. I enjoyed it." Anyways, hey, I don't know if you're one of those that have a pet. Has your pet ever come up to you barking and you're thinking, it must want to play fetch, so you go ahead and grab a frisbee, and then you go ahead and toss that frisbee way far over there. And so while that pet of yours is going off and getting it, you think to yourself, "Man, is that really what my animal pet is trying to tell me? What about if it's trying to tell me it wants to play scramble instead? Like, how would I know that? Would I need an interpreter? Would I need an app for that?" Hey, no, really, folks. During the summertime, I put my lawn chair out, went ahead, laid down on it, and all of a sudden, my pet bunny rabbit hops along beside me. Yeah, I have one of those. And what do you do in this situation? Does it think it's your therapist and it's time for a session? Like, what do you do in that situation? Do you go real low like this, trying to pet it? And then if so, do you try to get even lower to try to cuddle and snuggle with it because it wants some comfort? Anyways, you're thinking it's time for it to talk to you, so it starts thumping in Morse code, and that reminds you of that time you're over at your friend's house, and he has a pet dog, and it's 8 o'clock, and it thinks it's a cuckoo clock, but it's broken because it won't stop barking. And so you're thinking to yourself, well, how am I going to go to sleep that night? So you think you got to go over there and pay a little attention to it, try to get it to stop. And then you start barking with it too. Woof, woof, woof. And you guys are both barking. It must be Morse code, like you guys are Navajo wind talkers, like in the movie starring Nicolas Cage. And you all of a sudden got to try to get its head to look up, but you're afraid it's going to bite you because you got to look for that helicopter that's going to come and get you to medevac you out of here, to take you off the boot camp because you're about to fight the Nazis, protect the land of the USA from the Japanese invasion that is coming. You guys, are you one of those people that after brushing your teeth or seeing the dentist, you're going around with a big giant smile like you're the Joker, not with a frown, but with a big bright smile showing off your pearly bright whiteys, and you're just wanting everybody to see your teeth, and now you're getting carried away, and hours later you arrive in the tropical rainforest somewhere, and you don't know how you got there. Time sure flies by when you're having fun, and you come across the poacher man, and the poacher man sees you, and he sees your teeth, and you're thinking he must think it's made out of ivory, as valuable as some type of gold fillings. Like, what do you do? Does he think you're some type of walrus cub? And if so, does he shoot you, and now you become some type of injured walrus cub? And if so, were they practically the same thing? Because you're not a professional paid actor. You don't know how to act to reveal those differences. And then what do? You respond saying, "Hey, poacher man, shouldn't you be out hunting for Easter eggs to poach?" Hey, have you been one of those people before that had a girlfriend? You too. That's no surprise. I have as well. Anyways, one time my girlfriend said, "Hey, I got wax in my ear. So immediately, because I care, I dropped and stopped everything I was doing and I went to the store. I went ahead and got some D-Brox wax remover. I go ahead and bring it back home. I put some in her ear. She then responds saying, my ear is tickling. Like I got some type of worm crawling up inside there. Hey, really folks, have you ever stopped to think about it when you go to bed at night? Does some spider go in your ear? Thinking it's a trapdoor spider all of a sudden trying to lure its prey because it's hungry and it's got to get something to eat that night? You know, because when you wake up the next morning, you're in front of the mirror, your ear's itching, and that must explain that. And then all of a sudden you start hearing a buzzy sound, and now you start seeing honeybees coming back and forth like there's a giant hive in there. What do? This is a great business opportunity you don't want to miss. It's going to create jobs for the economy, provide food for the hungry. And then you're thinking, man, I got an idea to boost increased sales. I'm going to go ahead and take Paul Newman's picture off the ranch dressing bottles and go ahead and put it on my jars of honey. That will do it. And then, what about 40 days later, you hear another buzzy sound, saying it's a fly, and you think, man, that fly's been using my ear as a Noah's Ark this whole time. What do? Do you get some fly tape, go ahead and dangle it from your ear, and now you become pest control? Hey, are you one of those people at the end of the day, review all the activities of the day before you go to bed, looking for the one that stands out the most? Yeah, as you do, you think of that time that, man, you're out driving around in your car, your fancy little car, and you turn on the music, listening to your favorite tunes, and you go ahead, start bobbing your head to them like a bobblehead doll that they give out to the first 15,000 fans at a baseball game. And then you start really getting carried away because, man, these tunes are so good. You can eat them like Pac-Man does, some cherries, and now you bump your head real quick on the steering wheel, and you all of a sudden go back in time to the time when you were at a Halloween harvest party, and you're trying to impress that single mother over there, and you're bobbing for apples trying to get one for her child, and you go ahead and you start doing the butterfly effect like you're Michael Phelps in the Olympics, and you're trying to win the gold medal because you don't want her to go away and leave you before she's giving you her phone number, and then you look more like a mole making a mountain a molehill. You start worrying. Hey guys, I don't know if you've had a boss before at a job that also thought he was a magician, of course. Well, I've had that experience. And so at break time, my boss would go around doing magic tricks to entertain the crowd. Well, I thought here today I'd try myself out at some magic. Would you like that, boys and girls? I thought you would. Hey, so here's my magic trick version of the magic trick on taking a saw and cutting someone in half with it, okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this finger, and I'm going to take this hand and make a pair of scissors out of this like so. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that finger in half. Don't worry, everybody, it's back. That's okay. Hey, you guys, I am going to go ahead, and I don't know if you've heard of the magic trick of someone taking a bunny rabbit out of a top hat, but this is my version of that magic trick. I'm going to go ahead and take my hat here and take it out of an invisible hat, like so. I'm going to make it go from here to there in just a matter of seconds. 1, 2, 3. Really quickly, guys. That's great. That's magic, you guys. It's wonderful magic. Hey, you guys, this is my magic trick to another idea I got. I'm going to take this ruler, and it's very long. It's like 3 feet. And in just a matter of a second or so, I'm going to make this long ruler go to just about a foot or shorter in length, okay? Are you guys ready? Okay, say it with me, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Hey, you guys, it worked. The magic trick worked. It's fantastic. Hey, this is my version. This is my version of that magic trick on making a person disappear, okay? All right, this is my magic trick version. Here's my thumb. You see that, everybody? And I'm just going to go ahead and make it disappear like so. It's wonderful. It's back, you guys. Don't worry. I didn't lose my finger or nothing. I'm not damaged goods. You guys, I'm not injured. Please don't call 911. That'll cost us. Hey, you guys, my last magic trick, I want to take this bag. You see this bag? I have a bag here, and I have a ball, okay? And you see there's no hole in the bottom of that bag, okay? I'm going to take this bag, and I'm going to drop this ball. Oh, it's got a hole in it. No, it doesn't. You guys, it's magic, everybody. It's magic. Thank you. Anyways, you guys, it's winter time here in Washington. I'm wearing some long johns, but I look more like a hippie. Again, from California. I must have moved up here. No, I've been here the whole time. Hey, I'm going to do some impersonations real quick. Now, most people do impersonations of people. Well, I thought I'd go ahead and do an impersonation of things that think they're people. Okay? Like, for starters, a ventriloquist dummy. Here is my impersonation of a ventriloquist dummy that has no human operator. Okay, for my next impersonation, this is going to be an impersonation of now a ventriloquist dummy that has a human operator, in fact, but he's mute and he's invisible. What do you guys think of that, eh? Okay, here's another impersonation. It's of a string puppet with no human operator also, and is mute as well. Hey, everybody! Hey, he's starting to talk. Wasn't that spooky? He's like a ghost puppet. That's kind of scary, like he's haunted. That's not cool. That scares me. I have to stop that. Hey, you guys, for my last impersonation, I'm going to go ahead and impersonate for you a human being. I'm making an exception here. He's the sewing machine operator man. Yeah, and he's got a YouTube channel, okay? Here he is, the sewing machine operator man with a YouTube channel. Hey, boys and girls, I'm glad you're here with me today. You're about to learn how to sew. You guys, now, first you need a sewing machine. Here it is. We found it and located it right here. That's where you start. Now, we're going to go ahead and turn on the machine like so. We turned it on now. Now you want to make sure your foot, YouTubers, is on that little pedal. That's right there. Okay, you're about to get going. We're about to take off. But before we do, we get this little bobbin. We make sure our yarn's in there, placed in like so. Once it's taken care of, you just go ahead and start sewing. Wow! Wow! My scarf! I didn't want to sew that. Oh, my finger! Ow! Ew, ew, ew. That must be an ambulance. I've hurt my hand. Not. Who is that, Mother? At the door. Mother, you can let him in. Oh, hello, officers. I've seen you here before. Where am I? Oh, boys and girls, I'm back at the insane asylum again. I don't belong at the insane asylum. Mother, where are you? Well, boys and girls, come and join us next time where the sewing machine operator